Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have Pisces is number 9 and it says Bear Protection. Further it says go inward and connect to the space of shelter and inner wisdom. You are protected. So if you look at the picture, Pisces, there is a beautiful mama bear, cubby bear. The cub is, both are at peace. They have each other's company. The bear is happy protecting the younger one, and the younger one is happy being protected, feeling safe. There's a lot of calmness out here, and that's what the collective Piscean energy is all about. But for you here, it's about that strength, that inner strength, not the external aggression and or chaos. It's just, having that inner strength, knowing that you can provide, and that you are provided for, that you can protect, and you are protected, both at the same time. This is an energy of that fortress, it's the bears are breathing, living fortress is what I feel. So a lot of nurturing energy for you. I also feel that you're being mindful of where you invest your time and energy, so that you don't get drained out, so that you're aware, you're alert, you're there, available for your family. And I feel that you're also feeling that within you. You're feeling strong. You know that you got this. You can take care of any situation, especially for your near and dear ones, for your loved ones, for yourself as well. It further says over here, you are safe, you are strong. You have the right to protect your peace. And Piscean energy in general is very psychic, very, empathic. You guys can feel it. You can absorb the emotions and problems of people around you. And I feel that this energy is calling on you to protect your own aura as well. Don't get drained. Don't feel overwhelmed while being there for others. It's just like, sometimes people, they call us at odd, awkward times, just to talk things through. And I feel that their energy is asking you to recognize that and tell people, not in a negative way. You can just say, oh, you know what? I'm there for you. But, after 9, my phone will be turned off. I can see you tomorrow, and things like that to reschedule so that you don't feel drained away. But nothing wrong with that, because when next day when you meet the person, they have your undivided attention. So it's like you are being fully present in that experience, guiding them, listening to them. You're not drained with their talks. That's equally important as well. So I do feel that some of you might be interacting with bears or bear energy in a way that you're guarding. Maybe you're in the military, you're protecting the nation. Some of you could be, I'm also getting protecting the home. Some of you could be putting cameras and things like that, or, fences for protecting your own house from external environment. I would feel, nothing that's scary, but it's just a good idea, just a good practice to have some cameras, so that we're not caught off guard with certain things. We don't have a control over what happens outside. So for that, now bear energy is also like, a womb-like energy, where it's not just a hiding space, but it's also a space of nurturing, whether it's your ideas, your projects, also, a place where people can express themselves. That's the kind of environment. So you might be creating that, or you might have that in your house where you understand where your kids are coming from. You can tune into their frequencies. Also the same with your team at work. You can, it's like creating a safe space where people can express themselves. An empathic boss where their teammates can come and speak to them about challenges they're facing, their personal life even, and any help that they need. So being a very kind-hearted boss, you could be in that energy as well. But at the same time, protect your own space, right? Because it's sacred too. I'm also feeling that, this is a good energy where you can work with your home environment, create that safe space and den for your own self where you can retreat for a few minutes and recharge your own batteries, your own emotional batteries, where you can listen to the nice music, have the dim lighting. I'd love to be in that space. And also curing the space with smudges and sages. And, and sometimes if you believe in stones, you can use some crystals like black tourmaline really helps. Visualizations help if you visualize like there's a nice white light around you that's surrounding you. And that protects your energetic aura as well. Some of you could be even, being mindful of who you allow into your social media accounts. Like maybe, you receive invitations from random people that you don't recognize. You're like, no, only people that I want here. So some of you could be in that energy as well. And even the phone companies, they have a feature called as do not call. And they just send to your voicemail those numbers that are not recognized. So I feel that, that's the tech companies being protective of their customers and their customers' privacy and personal space. For that matter, if you have seen the Shape of Water, that's an amazing movie that embodies this Piscean collective energy, It's like there is a woman, and I believe it's Elisa. Elisa, I can't remember Elisa, what the second part. Anyway, so she's a very sensitive woman, a very dreamy woman. And then she discovers her inner bear. So the entire movie, she wants to protect a very, an aquatic creature that's so mysterious. She wants to protect that creature all, in the entire movie. She's so strong. She's so adamant about it. And she creates that safe space for that creature. And you know what? That creature starts to thrive. So that's the kind of energy I'm picking up for you, Pisces. And this will for sure, sometimes we might deplete you. So have those rituals, that will protect your own sacred space. You can see a mantra in the morning, like, today's day will be for me, something like that. Or I'm not taking any new problems today. So that will kind of resist any kind of situation where your energy gets drained as well. And some of you might be just, so compassionate that people come and pour their hearts out. You might be that unpaid therapist of your community or in your family or somewhere, So you can also be mindful of those kind of moments for you where you don't kind of feel overwhelmed by other people's emotions as well. And also a very protective energy. Some of you could actually be in the military space. I'm getting a lot of drone activity. So recently we saw how drones get intercepted by countries, and that's the bear energy that there, and the countries are at the national level. They want to defend their territory, so they are the national bears. The next card you have, Pisces, is the North Node, and it says destined to have. So it further says, your dreams are not just fantasies, they are previews. Your intuition is not just a feeling, it is your map. Trust the pull, say yes to the strange opportunities. Your destiny is not a struggle to be won, but a gift to be received. And if you see in the picture, there is the head of the dragon. That's what the North Node Rahu is all about. I feel that you are being drawn towards something at this point in time, Pisces. I feel that the energies are available to you, or they are pushing you, nudging you to the experiences that you are meant to have at this point in time that are destined for you. It further says over here, remember, life itself acts as a means, a vehicle toward the evolution of your soul. Are you working with life, surrendering into its current? Are you, Pisces? Do you recognize closed doors as closed? Do you walk through open ones? Are you doing that, Pisces? It further says over here, regardless of where you find yourself, there are no mistakes. Life will always reroute to meet you. You are endlessly loved and supported. Yeah, the thing is, whatever is meant for you, Pisces, will not pass you by. And that's for everybody, right? Our job is just to be in the flow and to allow that current to carry us forward, wherever we are meant to go. And right now, what we're talking about is your destiny. It's already yours for the taking, Pisces. So it's not, this energy is not about forcing things to happen. It's just about aligning your heart, mind, and soul with the path that is already blueprinted for you when you came here. So everything, the experiences we have, the lessons we learn, the blessings, everything is destined for each one of us, whatever that is for us. It's going to be different for each one of you. So you might be feeling like, drawn to certain things, maybe opportunities, maybe people, places, hobbies, whatever that is. You might be longing for something because your soul is directing you to that. It's nudging you to go find that. And it's so interesting, the movies that I watch really stick with me so solid that I just get drawn to it, I mean, seriously, it's that energy playing out for me right now. But anyways, if you watch The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, it's a very, very nice movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it because it's so much of the North Node energy playing out there. There is a character out there, and in the movie, he's called Walter Mitty. And, he's like just a dreamer, just like the very Piscean energy. But that guy's destiny is calling him. And, what calls on him is a missing photograph negative, those negatives that are there for the photographs, that was missing. And he leaves everything to follow those, to follow the clues that, that direct him to his destiny. And he has those series of adventures on the other side of the world. And, it's just like so interesting. That movie is so much this North Node energy playing out. So what I meant to say was things that are meant to be are probably going to happen right now. Maybe delayed flights and wrong turns, this, that, and the third, one of my friends, I was hearing from them when they said that they just joined a hobby just for the fun of it. And later it became something that they pursued for, as a side gig or something. They created something, large out of it. So you might be running into these incidences, coincidences, as we say, but it's actually sent to you by the universe, It's like I was, somebody was telling me about a person who followed a stray cat, and that person actually, in the end, landed or ended up in a house that had a job posting, and that person got that job. You see how that stray cat guided this person to the end point, to the opportunity that was for him. So it's just that, we have to surrender to these events, knowing that, or these experiences, knowing that they are leading us somewhere where we are meant to be at this point in time. They say the right place, right time. It's that energy. Some of you could be working with oceans energy as well. There is a river out there. There's river and mountain. So water energy, some of you could be working with water projects, river projects, and also getting, plastic, save the world from plastic kind of, and energy is I'm picking up from this. So some of you could be into those areas as well. Or you could be just traveling by the ocean, or you could be, I'm also getting, I'm getting that some of you could be actually healers as well, participating in healing projects of some kind, maybe humanitarian efforts or Reiki or astronomy and things like that, or spiritual healing practices as well. You could be working on those, you could be teaching those, you could be healing people as well. But this is a time where, things might just come up and they need your approval. Like, okay, somebody invites you to a party. Say yes to it, because I feel that you will feel drawn towards it. Somebody will say it in an exciting way and things like that. And it might seem a little uncomfortable to say yes suddenly, or to an experience that you've never had before, or to an experience that you don't know anything about. But I feel that if you say yes to it, if you open your heart to that experience, it will, create something, meaningful experience in your life. And I also feel that some of you could be, in a mode of adoption. Some of you could be adopting pets and just an adoption energy in general. But for the most part, all Pisceans, I feel that you will be drawn to something, which is spiritually fulfilling to you, something which is meaningful to you, something that sits well in your heart and soul. Because be mindful of this Rahu energy, and it's a shadow planet. It's not really a planet. It's just a point. It's a point in the cosmos, in space, where the energies of the sun and the moon, they pass. So it's actually a very powerful point. It has a strong gravitational influence. And And that's why, you can predict a lot based on calculations and things like that when it comes to the North Node and South Node. And you can actually work with it, work with the energies of this, the timings of it. So some of you could be exploring that as well. The next card you have, Pisces, is the major arcana. It says the world is number 21. So the number 2, 1, and 3 are coming through strong with this energy. It says here, you're learning to see the divine whole, not just the scattered parts. You're arriving at a place of beautiful integrated being. Celebrate how far you've come. You are whole, you are complete, you are home. Beautiful. This is a completion. This is like a big yes from the universe to you, Pisces. A job well done, lessons learned, experiences had that make you who you are today. You see that huge wreath in the picture? That's a crown. That's like you being in harmony, all the elements out here. You can see there is a bull, there's a lion, there's an eagle, there is an angel. For all the fixed signs over here, it's in harmony. You're feeling happy. You're celebrating yourself. It's like something has, come full circle for you. You know where you are in this world and you're happy about it. And when you look back, you understand that every experience was leading you to this point. So I do feel that everything, all the pieces have been put together and the puzzle is complete. So you understand what was meant for you. You're feeling whole, you feeling complete. You did it. You have a right. The world is here for you to enjoy. And I feel that is exactly what you're doing. You have become the person that's highly wise, that's highly spiritual. You're at a beautiful point in your life. You're a healer. I feel that, you know exactly where you are and where you're going from here. You might have felt like lost in the past. I feel that you've been exploring a lot of different paths, different, even spiritual paths, I feel. And now, since that you've integrated, you've been there, you've had the spiritual experiences, you've maybe part of a collective community, you've done a lot of spiritual healing, and now you did it, you've achieved it. Some of you could be completion in, skills. Maybe you're getting graduated or getting certificates of completion. That I feel this is not the first education for you. This is like the higher level education for you. There's also an Ouroboros in the picture. And Ouroboros is like, but the snake that eats its own tail, which means that you're giving up. You've shed a lot of habits. You've shed a lot of patterns, and you have incorporated healthy lifestyles, healthy living, healthy thinking, Some of you, I'm also picking up from this energy. You see this bird is soaring up to the sky. Some of you could be actually working on sky projects, rockets and telescopes and things like that, uncovering so much about the sky, or you completed some major project in the skies, maybe related to rocket or astronomy, some big invention, some big discovery, maybe some pictures that you've been meaning. Some kind of project is completing with regards to the cosmos, even is what I'm getting. That's how for all of you. Some of you could be actually finishing up with your projects, maybe hobbies, bringing things out there, putting it out in the world to share with everybody, I feel. And for others of you, this could be graduation in spirituality. You might be, adopting spiritual practices, meditation, yoga, and teaching as well. Some of you are stepping into a teacher's role. It's that point where, if the Truman Show, where it's amazing. Just see the show. It's like Jim Carrey. It's a Jim Carrey movie, and he does it with panache. He does it so beautifully. How he discovers his journey, how he discovers truth, and it's like the entire experience in the movie that he has. It just leads him to his most genuine, authentic life that he wanted to lead, and he feels so happy, so fulfilled, so complete. You might be feeling that way right now, It's like an ecstatic energy that's coming through this. It's like you made it to the finish line, and there are people cheering for you. That's what this is, your people are cheering for you. It's like you struggled with something in the past, and now this huge weight is lifted off of you. So you're feeling so free, you're feeling complete. It's a big win for you, this energy. Some of you, I feel, have assembled a piece of furniture or something together, and now you're celebrating that. It actually is a celebratory moment because I know how difficult it is to put the pieces together, especially for the furniture. You know, the Ouroboros image we hear actually reminds me of a video. You know, I saw a video of a dog. He was chasing his tail, and finally he did it. He finally caught his tail. So it's that kind of a victory for, you know, the world card for that pet, that cute little dog in the video. For some of you, I feel that you've been working on some land projects as well to free up the land. You know, maybe you were, there was a struggle over some kind of land that you wanted to work on. I'm getting a disputed land. So some of you could have like gotten victory over that. You know, things are sorted out, and now it's yours for the taking. And some I get that, you know, some land projects, maybe growing fruits, vegetables and things like that, or having some community garden, very able to serve the community with the fruits of that. So that is also coming through with this. And the last but not the least, the last card you have, Pisces, is break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And that's what's freeing you right now, Pisces, I feel. You've let go of older patterns, you know, of your family ancestors, and you've healed all the patterns, you know. Sometimes it's not even ours, if you just inherited. And they're no longer working for you, and I feel that you've let those go. It says you have carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. And this is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. And I feel that a lot of you are breaking family patterns. And that could be anything, you know, binge eating or binge watching, or it could be, I'm not saying that's a family pattern, but something like that. What I meant is that why you react a certain way, why you speak a certain way, maybe, you know, those kind of things. It says often they're not even ours to begin with, but we do not know any other way of being. And so we continue playing out the drama. Yeah, so, you know, the environment that we grew up in, the conditioning, whether it's our family conditioning, society conditioning that we grew up with, you know, slowly but surely the society is changing and we have to adapt. And with that comes releasing old habits and patterns, which eventually makes us the person that is evolved. It says here, the thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. So you become the light for other people when you heal yourself. And that's when the energy gets freed up. It says here, you are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being a parent are you ready to free from me? I feel you've already worked with all of that, Pisces. You've shaken it off, and now it's a new future calling at you. Because it says here, what old ways of being from your family land are you ready to go? I feel you've already let that go. And, you know, your cheerleaders are there supporting for you, your friends, your community, your family, whatever it is, they supported you through this journey. And now you're free. So, great messages here, Pisces. These are general messages, will play out differently in your lives. Let me know how it plays out in yours or in the environment around you, and hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.